Good morning and welcome back. I'm back. First time I've been out on a bike in quite a wee while. Between stinky weather and my gammy foot. There's not been a lot of riding done. I don't even know how my foot's going to hold up today. It's still a wee bit tender, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, horses. Don't want to spook the horses. Yeah, so it's only going to be a short ride today. I've got a bloody beastie inside my helmet. I have got a new helmet on today because my last one took a wee bit of a tumble. Need to be careful on this road because cars just come out of nowhere. Yeah, so I thought let's give the bike a try, see how it feels, see how the foot is. One wee change on the bike today. I have got a new seat on it. So I got a seat from AliExpress, exact same material. They just took a lot of foam out of it and replaced the foam in it to a different foam so that I didn't lose the comfort by losing the thickness of it. So the seat is a lot lower, which means I can pretty much flat foot this bike now, which is blinking good. I hate being a short arse. Yeah, so today just a wee short ride up the Tak Me Doon Road, which is a wee road I used to go up and down quite a lot back in my younger days in the car. Used to get racing up it. Been meaning to go up it for quite a while on the bike, but just not really had the time, and obviously with the stinky weather, etc. Yeah, it's just not been much time for anything of late. So A, let me see what the seat's like comfort wise, and B, I could do with getting my confidence back up on the bike. And to be honest, the weather looks pretty murky. It's quite dull, so we'll see how the weather goes. And I'll see how this helmet goes as well. So as you'll have seen in one of the previous videos, stuck with LS2. This time I've got a Storm 3. I can actually feel the top vent. I can actually feel the cold air in my head a lot more than I could in my Pioneer 2, so that's a good thing. It means I haven't got a sweaty coupon. Yeah. And to be honest, I thought I'd talk about how it feels riding in the UK, Scotland in particular, after riding in the Philippines for so long. What's the differences? Do I feel safer and more comfortable in the UK, Scotland, riding a bike than I did in the Philippines? And the big surprising answer is no. I actually felt more safer and more comfortable riding a bike in the Philippines. Go figure, because there are fundamental differences in both the places. The biggest difference being in the Philippines, it's a lot busier. We've got a lot of traffic, and we've got what we call kamote riders and kamote drivers, people that just don't look, just pull out and do their own thing in their own wee world. So you would think with that I would maybe feel better in the UK with it. Well, surprisingly no. So the difference being in the UK, yeah, we have our kamotes as well. The biggest difference of our kamotes, just try and open this bloody visor. The difference between our kamotes and the Philippines kamotes is our kamotes are very aggressive and very selfish, and they don't give a shit basically. In the Philippines, the commodities are more down to lack of driver education, lack of discipline. And that's not to say everybody's like that in the Philippines. There are some very, very good drivers and riders in the Philippines. I've met loads. But in the UK it's more aggression and selfishness than anything. And in the Philippines I never ever once had anybody riding my backside in a car when I was in the bike. In the UK that's a very common occurrence. A very common occurrence. Yeah, people don't care in the UK. They drive, I mean there's another big difference. So in the UK speed limit's a lot higher, so you have to excuse the wind noise. And we're on the Tak Me Doon now, which takes us up to Karen Valley. Oh, with it being a bit slower in the Philippines, you have got a lot more time to react, which you do need, because you get street dogs run out in front of you and all the rest of it. Whereas in the UK we haven't got the street dogs running out in front of us, but we still have cars pull out in front of us, not bikes, because bikers do look out for other bikers in the UK. In the Philippines you get jeepneys and tricycles and all sorts just pull out in front of you. So we don't have that, but like it says, you are going an awful lot more slower. So that does give you an awful lot more time to react. Road surfaces wise, do you know, I drove right round the whole of Mindanao when I done my Mindanao loop. And don't get me wrong, there was some dodgy areas. Where was it? I think it was when I was going from Pagadian up the north towards Iligan. There was some crazy roads that had been absolutely gubbed by earthquakes and all the rest of it. And there was some areas where there wasn't roads, it was more dirt and gravel. But that's to be expected in the Philippines. But in the UK, I mean, look at the state of this road. It's absolutely atrocious. There's more holes in it than a bloody tea bag. And we're supposed to be a developed first world country? Really? I mean, what the fuck are our taxes getting paid for? Road tax, bloody this tax, fuel tax, flipping income tax, tax on everything. It's just absolutely shocking, the state of the roads in the UK. I mean, even Edinburgh, our capital city, the roads there are a national bloody disgrace. Yeah, so road-wise, the UK roads are not any better than they are in the Philippines. I mean, down in Davao, the roads were absolutely brilliant. A lot better than a lot of the roads here. Even our highways, motorways, whatever you want to call them, they're pretty brutal as well. You get more holes in a tea bag, and then you've got roadworks that have been going on 5 years and just at Glasgow city centre. So yeah, as much as it was a bit more wacky races in the Philippines, you knew where you stood on the roads out there, and you just kind of accepted it and got on with it and drove a bit more defensive. In the UK, I'm actually having to drive very, even more defensive and just treat everybody around me as a weapon out to kill me, which really I shouldn't be having to in the UK. I mean, getting a bike licence in the UK is so much harder than it is in the Philippines, and a lot more expensive. I mean, in Filipino money, getting my bike licence was like 90,000 pesos, 1,000 and odd pound in the UK. So yeah, very different. But yeah, the roads surprisingly were better, and I actually felt safer. I think the biggest difference in the two countries is if you had an accident or dropped your bike or anything like that in the Philippines, you'd have about 10 Filipinos come out and help you. Make sure you're alright, probably give you water and all the rest. Certainly that's the experience I had. In the UK, you drop your bike, unless there's another biker about. I've never seen a motorist help somebody pick their bike up and make sure they're alright. And I did drop my bike up Glen Kobe when a bee got in my helmet. I lost my balance trying to get the bee out, and nobody helped me. Everybody was just sitting there laughing at me. That just wouldn't happen out in the Philippines. Wow, that's some view out there, isn't it? So yeah, there are fundamental differences. Don't get me wrong, I just take it for what it is. It's just, that's the way it is. Bikers certainly in the UK do stick together and they do help each other and all the rest of it. You found that in the Philippines as well, especially the big bikes, but even on the scooters. So yeah, that's kind of like the big differences between both places. A lot of people say the UK should be better, and really it should be better, but for whatever reason it is just not better. Yeah, the roads are a very big disappointment. There's cloud creeping in as well. I think it is going to rain today. So yeah, as much as I love Scotland and love the UK, certainly car drivers in Scotland, and I'm not treating everybody with this, tarring everybody with the same brush, but a lot of car drivers in Scotland really need to get a grip. A car licence is so much easier to get than a bike licence, and so much cheaper, yet they're so bike unaware. They just pull out, they don't look, ride your backside, cut you up, and obviously in the UK, like I said, speed limits are an awful lot higher. I mean, in the Philippines, the average high speed limit down in certainly Davao region was predominantly 80 kilometres an hour, maybe 100 kilometres an hour. So about 50-60 miles an hour, whereas in the UK it's an average of 100 to 120 kilometres an hour. And then you still get your idiots that decide they want to go even faster than that. Your idiots doing 80-90 mile an hour, which is about 150-160 kilometres an hour. Like I say, the Philippines was not perfect. You did have your commodity drivers that were pretty useless out there, but I found more aggression in the UK drivers than I did out in the Philippines, which is disappointing because it kind of takes the fun out of it a little bit. And like I says, you do have to be so much aware. And why is my engine kicking up fan wise so much? Let's get moving again anyway. Yeah, so that's that little rant over. We'll go and finish this wee road off. There's not much of the road left, to be honest. I think it is going to rain as well. There's a little ford down here. Oh, where a little stream crosses over the road. It can be very, very greasy. So hopefully we don't slide the bike and drop it on the ford. That would be pretty embarrassing. Thankfully, with it being a work day and me having a bit of time off work, there's not a lot of traffic on these side roads. In the Philippines we would call these province roads, or little barangay roads. Yeah. The good news is my foot is holding up really, really well. It's actually feeling quite comfortable. So I think it's, there's actually sunlight up ahead. And you can see Carron Valley Reservoir right up the top as well. Maybe we're going to get some nice weather after all. Yeah, I think the ford's just down the bottom of this dip. Yeah, it is. very cobbly as well, and the cobbles can be pretty slippy. Yeah, so we've been a work day, or a school day as I call it. There's not a lot of traffic on the road, even less actually, because the schools are off for the summer holidays just now as well. So it's actually quite nice to get out on the bike when there isn't so much traffic about, and you don't get so many people riding your ass. So yeah, happy days. I mean, look at the state of this. I mean, alright, this is a back road, but bloody hell, I've been in back roads in the Philippines that have been, I mean, look at the fucking state of it. Fucking pothole central, man. It's ludicrous. I mean, alright, this isn't a heavily used road, but no, it's not the Carron Valley Reservoir, it's just a little reservoir. But still, man, fix the fucking roads. Stop fucking taking all my road tax and flipping all the other taxes and doing nothing. Yeah, it's one of my biggest gripes in the UK is the condition of the roads. UK government just don't give a fuck. I mean, everybody says, oh, foreigners out in the Philippines, foreigners are rich. Yeah, you need to be for the amount of bloody taxes you have to pay out here. I mean, it's absolutely ludicrous. I do miss my cheapness of my cigarettes out in the Philippines, that's for sure. The price of the cigarettes in the UK is just bonkers, man. Absolutely bonkers. It's like 10 times the cost. Yeah, so I used to race up this road, rant over. I used to race up and down this road as a young boy in my early 20s, in my car whenever I was on leave in the RAF. I used to come screaming up here in my car. I remember I lost it on this bend once. It was a rear wheel drive car, and it was a wee bit greasy, the roads, bit of ice, bit of snow, and stupid arse here was going too fast. So yeah, that taught me a few lessons, that's for sure. Anyway, it's good to get back out on the bike. Like I said, it's just a wee short video, a bit of a rant for me, and a bit of a test on the bike, so I will knock it on the head at that. And hopefully we may be off work this week, we get some more riding in, and I'll catch you in the next video. Alright, take it easy. Cheers.